This video looks at all of the matches of Mao Arai at the World Junior Judo Championships. So Arai is a competitor in the over 78 kilo class. It's the heaviest class in women's judo. So she's 19 years old and she had a pretty good performance here. So I'd watched her at a recent junior tournament in Spain and she has decent throws and very good newaza. She's especially good at turning people with wrestling techniques, but in this one she applied waki-gatame. She was unable to pass the half guard. And it took her a while to get the submission, but eventually the French judoka was submitted. So in this match, she was a bit more reliant on her wrestling turnover style. So Uchimata to bring her down to turtle, and then she was able to rotate her onto her back for an osai komi pin. So this was fairly similar to what she did in the junior tournament in Spain a couple of months ago. And in that tournament, she didn't have to face any giants. However, in this tournament, as she would head towards the final, there was a giant awaiting. And this kind of turnover usually doesn't translate well to a super heavyweight female body. So here we're seeing her with a girl just a slightly bit bigger than the last one. Once again, she's able to use turnover. I think she's grabbing the far collar and just elevates the leg, moves into osai komi. So far she's winning with techniques that aren't going to work on the girl she's about to face in the final. So here's a look at her final opponent. She defeated the other Japanese player in the tournament with a waki-gatame. It's the second time in this tournament that a Turkish judoka has submitted a Japanese woman with waki-gatame. So it's very unclear from this angle. There's no alternative angles available. But on the video replay, it was concluded that the Japanese player had submitted. So obviously the IJF has alternative angles that aren't available to the public. So here's the final, Ozturk versus Mao Arai. Clearly huge size difference. Ozturk's main weapon is that makikomi into waki-gatame. She has a lot of submission wins with makikomi. Here she is looking to set up that makikomi and really not troubling Arai there, but the big judoka is able to stall out the turnover attempts of Mao Arai. So I really think the way newaza is done in judo, where you're just able to stall out your opponent, really favors the much heavier players in these open weight categories. There's no penalties for stalling out in newaza. Another makikomi attempt. But I think at this point she'd given up on the idea of being able to turn Ozturk over, And it was time for her to look for a different way to win this one. I think she's going to cut the sleeve grip of Ozturk and then move underneath to throw with a very low uchimata into a osai komi hold down. However, there is a little asterisk here. This match is not over, even though it looks like she's done. The referee cancels the ippon, cancels the waza-ari, and then she penalizes the Japanese player Arai for holding below the belt. So it's considered a leg grab to hold below the belt if the belt is at the line of the hips. And yeah, I don't like this rule. I'm sure you don't either. But the match wasn't over. Arai would come up and catch her with the big Ouchigari finish. As clear an ippon as you can get, and there's nothing the video ref can do about that.